Yo, what's happening, folks? We up in here, We up in here one more time. Yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. Yep, it was a good motherfucking day. How'd you guys' day go, man? Wait for some of y'all to get up in here before we start off. Man, let me click on my damn shit. Give me 1 second. There we go. So what do you guys think what do you think about this weekend? How the fights treat you this weekend? I thought the fight card was cool. Um I didn't think there was too many pussyfooting going around. I thought that I thought Laura could have did more. Uh, you know. But yeah, like what we gonna talk about? Trolls? What you want to call these guys? You want to call them trolls or automated machinery? Trolls or automated machinery? Like what? When I listen to these guys and stuff like that, it sounds cool and it sounds daddy. I'm very it's cool to see that people are. What's up, Laws? What's happening? It's cool to see people that are willing to ride and die for somebody. But at the end of the day, with all this riding and dying for somebody, that's what some of these trolls are sound like they're willing to do. What do you get out of it? Nothing. You get absolutely nothing out of it. I mean, even as of right now, you know, you riding and dying for Anthony Joshua. Let's listen to this crybaby real quick. Listen to this shit.
Not going to be trying to get an interview with him anymore. I ain't doing it. I ain't begging. I don't beg for no one. And that's all it is. So again, I know some extreme AJ fanboys out there who's probably going to try and come at me now, saying, who the hell are you? And blah, blah, blah. Just remember,
dude off the chain.
You, we buy the tickets, the pay-per-views. We tune into Sky Sports, buy the merchandise. We are what makes him money. So when you talk about DAZN, when I get a reply about DAZN and Sky Sports, we pay these people to pay him.
Same thing LDBC been saying all this time.
There is no Sky Sports. There is no DAZN paying Anthony Joshua or paying anyone. And most fighters in the world understand that. But Anthony Joshua has so many people before him to even get in contact with him. It's becoming a damn joke. And Eddie Hearn ain't much better. Yes, I've been
seeing. This is shit the LDBC has been saying this whole motherfucking time. But like I say, people fail to realize what's going on until it starts hurting them. That was an excerpt from Sporting Dick and Booty Icons. It was a video today. I don't care if you go out there and check it out and stuff like that. Now all of a sudden that he can't get an interview with Anthony Joshua. Then he goes in and say, well, I'm not paid by these guys and stuff like that, and blah, blah, blah. We'll do a whoop. Well, that's how I know you listen to the LDBC for one right there. But at the end of the day, you mean to tell me your favorite fighter, the fighter that you sit up over here defend on a daily basis, the fighter that you are willing to go out of your way and tell half the goddamn truth and lie, cheat, and steal, won't give you a goddamn interview. And you've been begging for a whole motherfucking year and you ain't got an interview yet. And then you're going to sit up over there. I'm still going to be a fan. It's not going to change this. It's not going to change that. But somewhere deep down inside of you is saying that you acting like a bitch right now. You acting like a dick rider right now. Yeah, Laws D. That's the reason why. But he's Eddie's lover. Because he's Edward Hearn lover. That's why. He's his lover. That's the reason why the dude is saying to him, I'm just not going to change my stance on what I'm my content and all this stuff. But you can't get a goddamn interview. Now you feeling the pain. You know what I'm saying? Because you not getting the interview, it's going to affect your monetized YouTube account. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know, you know, for one, you're doing it for your kid, and for two, that you're doing it for, you know, because it lines your pockets. Because come on, man. You're not doing all these sucker ass shit on YouTube for nothing. You know, but I thought that was pretty funny though. But back to these trolls, you know, I got a troll on my account. You know, he's with it. He's loyal. He's with it. He says something on the lines that we are going to start combating you. We're going to be on all you guys' videos, commenting and stuff like that. So you're commenting on my site. Then you're going to tell me my content sucks. That's the reason why I don't have subs and stuff like that, and viewer counts and likes and all that stuff. And you know how I respond? I really don't care. But I have you. I have you as a fan. The amount of fans I have right now, I'm happy with that. Including having you on my channel, trolling, trying to tell me that the 50 million wasn't real, and then say, oh, Sporting the Dick and Booty Icons is live. He's live right now. The Sporting the Dick and Booty show is live and in effect. You know what I'm saying? Got all them automated machinery motherfuckers on there saying the same damn thing. They can't say nothing different. If it ain't the 50 million wasn't real, the 50 million was coming from BT Sports. But how dumb does that sound? Well, he can't get it from BT Sports because then it'd be on BT. You got to think you got an exclusive deal with Sky. Check this out. Check this out, you big fucking idiot. First of all, there's nothing saying that BT couldn't buy the rights. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing saying that. And then not only that, you mean to tell me that Frank Warren was going to pay the 50 million, or BT was going to pay the 50 million, right? But even if they was to pay the 50 million, you mean to tell me that Frank Warren don't know that Anthony Joshua can't fight on Sky? You mean to tell me that? Because if Anthony Joshua can't fight on BT, you mean to tell me that Frank Warren don't know that? Frank Warren, with how long he's been in the game, all of his credentials, all of the fighters he promoted over the years, or co-promoted over the years, or helped over the years, he didn't know that if a fighter is signed to one promotional company that they can't fight on another media company. You mean to tell me you don't know that? He knows it. He knows it. Everybody knows it. Most of the fans out here, you mean to tell me you know that, but Frank Warren don't know it? And you never made a life decision in your whole entire life. You never did a contract in your whole day in your life. But you mean to tell me Frank Warren don't know? You fucking idiot. And then you're going to say, oh, that's the reason why he turned it down. No. Okay, so out of everything that AJ said, the reasoning behind why he turned it down was because of Robert McCracken, his trainer. His trainer basically said that, hey, man, you deserve to have the fight in the UK. Your fans deserve for you to have the fight in the UK. Don't take the fight. You see what I'm saying? Don't take the fight. That's what he said. And all of a sudden, motherfuckers forget about Robert McCracken saying this shit. All of a sudden, people are acting like Frank Warren forgot that a fighter that's signed to Sky can't fight on BT. Oh, because if he would have fought on BT, he would have lost his belt. No, what the fuck Sky got to do with with his belts? Nothing. He would have got sued. All that money he would have made for that fight, all that money he would have made for the fight, and all the money he would have got sued, and all the money he made for that fight, and all the money that he was supposed to give to Sky throughout the length of his contract was Sky was going to take. Damn, Laws, he said Frank Warren is broke. Tax man's after him. Bullshit. Hey, Laws, man, you got to find that. If it's a news article, man, you got to find that, man. You got to find that. I'm typing it right now. Frank Warren taxes. Frank motherfucking Warren taxes. Damn, they had an income tax case and corruption by Frank Warren. That was a long time ago, 2008. Dang. Yeah, in November. Yeah, you ain't lying, Laws. In November. Frank Warren receives a petition from bankruptcy because of the tax consultant's demands for Tyson Fury's attack with Deontay Wilder. Wow. It says the promoter of Tyson. I'm just going to screen share it. I'm just going to, matter of fact, I put it in here first. So y'all can read along or y'all can look at it later. I put it right there so you can see it. Hey, what's up, Syndicate? What's happening, baby? I put it right there because ain't no sense of citing information if you're not going to pull it up. You know what I'm saying? You got to pull up the information that you're citing sometimes. You know, obviously all the time it's not going to happen just because of the workflow and, you know, it's not feasible, but damn, Laws is like that. You look it up. Damn, Laws is like that. Thought we was boys. But anyways, I found it. It's this one's on Archie News Netty. It says the promoter of Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, is faced with a bankruptcy petition from the tax official heard the high court. Warren, 66, who has placed for Joe Cauzy, Ricky Hatton, and Amir Khan, receives a bankruptcy petition on Wednesday. AFP or licensors Frank Warren is currently in America where he promoted blah 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 blah. Associated Frank Fury takes press conference prior blah. HMRC lawyers said he had not yet accepted service of the paperwork, but they accepted that he had promoted Fury's fight with Deontay Wilder in America on December. His legal team denied bad faith and said that they were discussing discussions aimed at solution. Wow. So I'm guessing he wasn't supposed to take the damn fight. Says with the request for time, they asked, it is the interest of the HMRC that Mr. Warren spends the best possible time. The case was adjourned. Warren alleged debts were not disclosed. The knockout of Tony Bellew hangs the gloves for his fighter. Hey, whatever. Wow. I guess with that, that fight right there set it all off. Shit. Let me see here. Yeah, I thought you was playing. Yeah. It could be he broke. And then they go on to ESPN. That makes a lot of sense. He went to ESPN because he broke, I guess. Ain't that what you said, Laws? Ain't that what you said? Needed that deal. And then how much is Frank Warren getting? 10, 15, 30%, 40%, 50%. How much is he getting? Because how much money did Tyson Fury had when he came back into boxing from his 2-year layoff, snorting cocaine? Because, you know, cocaine is a very expensive habit. So, and then, you know, paying for rehab, doctor's visits and all that stuff, medication, you know, having another baby or two and all that stuff. You know, did Frank Warren have to save him? Like say, hey, man, don't worry about nothing. I got it all covered. You know, we could redo a contract. Basically, I cover everything, and then you pay me back over a course of time. And then here comes ESPN, Bob Arum, with a supposedly $80 to $100 million contract. You know, so that could be the case, man. Yeah, but let's go back into these trolls, man. These motherfucking trolls. Let's go back into these trolls. So I see them as automated machinery. And the reason why I see them as automated machinery is because they all say the same thing. They can't come up with anything new. They can't come up with anything that remotely resembles a good point of view. Every time when I hear a troll on my channel, the first thing I see is disrespectful remarks. The second thing that I see is that they're trying to get me to understand their point of view. And then when I don't understand their point of view, because their point of view is, you know, for one, it's toxic for some, and for two, it makes no fucking sense. Makes absolutely no motherfucking sense. So, you know, that's the reason why I let the trolls roam, you know. But I do let them know that, hey, man, you know, you can't come on somebody else's channel and then, you know, start bad mouthing the LDBC and then start bad mouthing me and then not expect me to throw you out. You know, I've been telling this dude right here, Adam Novick. I don't know if you ever seen him, Laws, but his name is Adam Novick. He's been on my channel tough as of lately. He's relentless. He has possibly made over 50 posts on my 50 comments on my videos in the last maybe week or two. I've been entertaining this dude. You know, I show you, like, this is what he said. This is what he said. Make sure nobody's saying it in the comments. Laws D said, just seen it on the news before. Xmas Frank Warren, HMR with is the tax man over here. Oh, HMR is the tax man, huh? Oh, he was after him for tax man. Oh, yeah, I heard they don't play over there with taxes. Over here, they just send you something to mail. I seen some stuff over there. They'll come knocking on your goddamn door and start taking shit. Ain't that right, Laws? Or is that just for loans? So this Adam Novick dude, he came on my page, right? And he's like, bro, the reason you have no audience is because you chat shit. You lie blatantly, and even your thick yank friends don't want to hear your bullshit. Give it up. And I say, okay, so what? I lie about. But as long as I have you as a fan, I'm all good. Laugh aloud. At least you keep coming back. And then he writes this long, well, it's not that long, but he writes this lengthy, it's about the size of a paragraph, maybe, supposedly, I don't know. But he says, probably my name is what makes it long. He says, you are LDBC, not sure whether you noticed or not, but you have decided to comment on all LDBC videos. I'm sorry, but not sure whether you noticed or not, but we have decided to comment on all LDBC videos to stop the bullshit you are spreading. First of all, I don't know who we is. I don't know who you guys are. You never explained to me who you guys are, but I'm not tripping, because at the end of the day is you're still here. They're clicking on my videos. You either give them the dislike or whatever the case may be, but you're making things interesting, kind of, sort of, actually making it fucking boring. But then he says, also not sure if you realize, but me coming back doesn't count as another view. I have never watched your videos. I can see from the comments, not many people really do watch them either. I wouldn't care. You're still here, whether or not you like it or not. Adam Novick. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, I wrote, well, keep coming back. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But you see how I keep it civil. But this guy, you can tell by the way he's talking that he wants me to know that, first of all, I ain't shit. Second of all, that I lie. And third of all, that there's a we that's decided that they're going to come and start running their mouth. But they ain't going to do nothing, because you don't know shit. Look, and then look at what we got here. Nothing. 3 subscribers, one little thing of a workout video, 15-minute fat burning hit workout, no equipment. It's 15 minutes long. That's all you got. And it's from a playlist. So you have, so obviously I'm looking at this that you have this on there, 15-minute workout, is because you're fucking fat, you're out of shape, and you don't like working out. You don't like going to the gym every day. You're not willing to spend 30 to 45 minutes to an hour in the gym. You're not willing to do fucking 2-a-days in the gym. The only thing you're willing to do is something that's quick, fast, and in a hurry to make you feel like you got a good pump in the gym. Or obviously, you know, it's no equipment needed. So obviously, from what it looks like, you don't work out. You can't afford gym prices. You can't afford that. But you on my channel talking shit. Look, he back again. Look, what I tell y'all, he back again. Look. All them UK dudes. No, this another dude. My bad. That's another dude. I ain't gonna talk about him like that. That's another dude. Where he at? He way down here somewhere. Yeah, I be commenting back, man. I ain't got no problem with it. Look at it. Adam Novick. He said, we have been on a high ever since Joshua beat Klitschko. Okay. So you're telling me that's all. Hey, what's up, Marquez Johnson? Laws D said, yeah, bailiffs come to your door and take your stuff. And if you haven't got the amount in full, you go to jail. God, that's how the tax man do it over there? Holy shit. If they did that shit up over here, motherfuckers would be paying their shit on time. Fuck that, laws. God damn. So this guy is at least he's honest. You know, he's saying that they've been on a little bender. You know, after the Klitschko win, they're feeling good about themselves. You know, they're walking around here and saying, he's the A side, he's this. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Ben ever higher laughing at you, yank clown, making fools and liars out of yourselves just to make a man who doesn't know or give a fuck about you look good. So, first of all, you're saying that we're making ourselves look like clowns and a bunch of liars, but you can't even say what we lying about. And then another thing, you're saying that Wilder doesn't know how we look, what we look like. Of course, what do you expect him to meet us all? No. Then you go and say he doesn't care about us. Okay, and does AJ care about you? Matter of fact, does AJ even talk about his fans? Really, does AJ even talk about social issues in the UK? Does AJ even talk about things that he want to see done in the UK? Does AJ even talk about his country? Or does AJ even talk about the UK? Let alone does he even talk about the Nigeria? Like, what does AJ do for you? He do exactly the same thing that Deontay Wilder does for us. Nothing but sit there and fight in the motherfucking ring. We're fans, you idiot. But you're making it seem like you're something more than a fan. What is you? You're Anthony Joshua's private dick massager? What are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you over here talking to me about how much? Look, this dude said, this is where he said I'm lying about, I guess. Because I asked him what I lie about. He says, you got about secondary market as if it's Joshua who does it, right? And that whole thing about the secondary market and stuff from this video, obviously he listened to the video because you can't comment on somebody's stuff. You ain't listened to the video. He listened to it. And that's how you know I listened to it, because all that stuff I was talking about the secondary market. Okay, check this out. How can I explain it? I already explained it in here somewhere. But since stabbing is big in the UK, yeah, he only got 3 subs. Since stabbing is big in the UK, laws, and you understand that, and it's something you can relate to, right, laws? If you know me to be about mine in my neighborhood, whatever neighborhood is named, it can be named I'm a stab you neighborhood, right? Now we're just gonna call it stabbing neighborhood, and I'm the #1 stabber. I'm the guy that everybody knows that goes around and notorious for stabbing motherfuckers, right? And you know that you saw my name come in 4 or 5 different articles, right? and somebody gets stabbed a fucking day in broad daylight. Who the fuck do you think stabbed? Who do you fucking think did the stabbing in stabbing neighborhood? Who do you think did the stabbing? Me. I did it. I'm the notorious stabber. And somebody comes up stabbed, who the police gonna go and talk to? The notorious stabber. Me. They're gonna talk to the notorious stabber in stabbing neighborhood. So if Edward Hearn has articles out there that shows that there's tickets being sold in 90 seconds, who do you think did that? If there's tickets being sold in 2 hours, who do you think did that? The list keeps going on and on. I can't really recall all the fights that he did it, but laws know. If you're from the UK, you know what articles I'm talking about. So if Edwin Hearn comes up over here and in 2 hours, 13,000 tickets get sold and then reissued out, and then they're 2 to 3 times more than what they should, who do you think did it? Because that's Edward Hearn's MO. That's Matchroom Boxing's MO, right? Who do you think did it? So how am I lying about that when I'm speculating that Edward Hearn is the one that did it? If it quacks like a duck and walk like a duck, I'm pretty sure it's a duck. Or it's a pretty good damn actor. Then you're right. Wilder Fury was on 5 secondary sites, including a Groupon. Look at Joshua's view figures. He's never flopped. First of all, the subject ain't Wilder and Fury. And I can give a rat's ass if it was on Groupon. Groupon ain't nothing but a secondary market to make people think that they're receiving a discount, but they're fucking not. If you knew anything about Groupon, you would know that. Most of the thing that Groupon deals with is fucking food. It's fucking food, mom and pop businesses, places to where they can get you in and spend some fucking money. You fucking idiot. And Joshua has probably flopped. But the thing about it is, after the Klitschko things, like you said, y'all been on the you and some of your what do you call it, constituents, been on a very good high. Y'all been high for a minute. So what's up, Poetic Kev? Since y'all, and then you're going to think about it, all of his fights were inflated. All of the tickets were inflated. The whole thing was inflated. So how in the fuck can you not believe that maybe possibly Edward Hearn has something to do with 13,000 tickets being sold and then put on the secondary market? How can you not? I don't want Joshua to be happy for Wilder. I want Joshua to be like, look, I don't need to go around and keep this guy's name in my mouth every fucking day to try to prove a point that I'm worth watching, that I'm the A side. I don't need to do that. Only thing I need to do is fight and help the people that under my brand get better, feed my fucking family, give my fans the fights that they want to fucking watch, that they want to see, and stop lying. And then this guy saying Showtime told us Wilder Fury had to do $250K to break even. Let me tell you something how stupid that is. Let's whip out the handy dandy calculator real quick. Actually, I can't. It's not on my desktop, so I'm not even gonna go. Let me look. If it come up on the spotlight, nah, you know what? Yeah. So if you think about it, if you think about this, 250,000 pay-per-view buys is almost, what is it, 20,000, 20 million? You mean to tell me they needed to do 250 to do 20 million? You mean to tell me it cost 20 million to put Showtime to air a fight on Showtime, to pay everybody? No. It probably cost 5 to 10 to pay everybody and all this stuff, but pretty sure it's not even 5. It's pretty sure it's not 10. But anyways, as you can see, you can read the shit here. The guy's a fucking phony. Look, he's back again, and look, that was long. He's back again. So it's automated. It's the same shit. It's the same shit over and and over and over and over and over again. Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah, stabbing's pretty bad over there, but you gotta take it for what it is. But he thinks that Edward Hearn is not the one buying the tickets. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I don't understand your logic. I guess you would never make it as a detective. You know what I'm saying? I should go over there and steal from him right now. And then keep stealing from him, be like, dude, it ain't me, man. I ain't never stole nothing. But every time I come up over your house, something comes up missing. And I'm the only one there. Doesn't make any sense, right? You know, so we got Deontay Wilder out here saying, I'll knock boring Tyson Fury out. All he's got is his mouth. Well, that's true. But like we all said, that, you know, this rematch, if the rematch ever fucking happens with Tyson Fury, if it ever happens, I seriously believe that Tyson Fury is going to have to do more moving instead of shaking. All that pop locking all that ticking he was doing in the ring, he going to have to do more moving than that, because the right hand is going to come. It's just about a matter of time. He connected 3 times with it. Each time the motherfucker fell. It's about a matter of time that it's going to connect, and the motherfucker ain't going to get up. Motherfucker talk about he need a tune-up and shit. And then check this out. He said it's not even a tune-up that he's doing. And this is what I keep trying to tell folks. Look, this whole next person that Tyson Fury that is about to fight is not a fucking tune-up. Don't believe the hype. It is not a tune-up. It is a tool. It is a ploy to get this guy out here introduced to the American market. That's what it is. He needs an introduction. He just signed to ESPN. The only people that's screaming A-side is Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Everybody else is just like, let's fight. Let's come up with a deal. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me that Deontay Wilder offering Tyson Fury 50-50 is a bad thing on his part? Because he chooses to give a fighter what they're worth in the fight? It is worth 50-50. They're the top heavyweights in the division. Whether or not he has a belt or not, he's the top heavyweight in the division. And Deontay Wilder knows that he's not going to be on pay-per-view without Tyson Fury. The same thing that Tyson Fury knows, in the same way that Anthony Joshua knows when it comes to the U.S. They're not going to be able to fight nobody for $75, $85. Who is AJ going to fight in the U.S. for that amount? Who is Tyson Fury going to fight in the U.S. for that amount? The fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter. I've been saying the whole time. People's like, oh, it shouldn't be on pay-per-view and this and that, a third. And I was like, it don't matter whether or not you think it should be on pay-per-view. Showtime believes that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, or Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury should be on Showtime. That's the only thing that matters. You mean to tell me people that have credentials in the game, that did over countless fights, that hold focus groups, that fucking follow the what do they call that thing, the analytics and all that stuff. You mean to tell me you know more than them? You know more than them how much money how much they estimating that the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight is going to do next? Look at ESPN. Oh, let me grab this motherfucker before he gets knocked out. Get him in on up over here. Take this Eastern European looking motherfucker. Turn him into the great white hope. Like how that's what Australia calls Lucas Brown. The Australian, they call him the Australian great white hope. That's what they call him. You don't believe me? Shit. You better look it up. But anyways, matter of fact, I know what fight it was. The fight where Lucas Brown was called the Great White Hope was when he beat James Toney, or old ass James Toney. That is when he got that title. He got that title from fighting James Toney, an old ass James Toney, not a young buck, but an old one. So Yeah, like back to what I was talking about. What I was talking about. Yeah. So this guy didn't want to take the 50-50. He ran somewhere else. And people were saying, oh, yeah, Deontay Wilder offering this guy 50-50. That shows you how much he's worth and blah, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. Let me tell you something. First of all, why? You seriously want to, you're a promoter or you're a fighter, one of the two. And you want to do everything within your power to make a fight. Because you feel that you could beat this guy, or your promoter feels that he could beat this guy. And beating this guy would make you undisputed. Beating this guy will make you the #1 biggest boxer in the world, period. Once you become disputed in heavyweight, it's a wrap. You are the man. Then you will only have one person that stands into your way of anybody remotely uttering that you didn't fight everybody. You see what I'm saying? You could have stopped that. But what you chose to do, what he choosing to do right now, I'm trying to pull it up. What he choosing to do right now is affecting his whole career. You mean to tell me Deontay Wilder is not the A side in America? That's what they're saying. Like it's supposed to mean something. Why are we constantly going around here worried about who's the fucking A side? When we know that only thing that we want to know, only thing that we want to see is who is only thing that we want to see is the best fighting the best. Only thing that we want to see our fighter fight the best and beat the best. Why do we got to have a vested interest on who's the A side and who makes more money, who can sell out more stadiums, who can do this and who could do that, when that shit is all fucking irrelevant? It's all irrelevant. All of it. How is having an argument about who's the A side good for boxing? How? Let me show y'all this. Look, Laws, if you're still there, listen to this shit.
Up high, because tonight you have done something that not too many other fighters in the history of the sport have done. For the record, those of you at home, I had my unofficial scorecard 119 to 109 in favour of the Great White Hope, Australia's Lucas Brown. And
y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
See the official scorecards as we get up here tonight from our ring announcement.
Listen to that shit. Listen to it one more time.
You at home, I had my unofficial scorecard 119 to 109 in favour of the Great White Hope, Australia's.
Y'all think I be bullshitting? These motherfuckers think I be lying about the shit I say and stuff like that just because I don't pull it up, but I be pulling shit out of my ass. They literally called this motherfucker the Great White Hope of Australia, a place that you basically snatched a whole bunch of people up that looked like me, killed them, enslaved them, raped their women, and all kind of shit. And you're gonna say Australia's Great White Hope? Like, he ain't shit. When was the last time Lucas Brown beat somebody that was worth a damn? Never. Motherfuckers was so happy about Lucas Brown beating James Toney wasn't even funny. James Toney was shot. He was done. He was done. He was overweight, highly overweight, didn't have no more legs, didn't have no more foot. The footwork was gone, all that stuff. But anyways, back to what we're talking about. Even though I know nobody here, but fuck it. I'm gonna still talk. Still run my motherfucking mouth. Back to what I was talking about, man. It's just sad. It's just sad that, you know, it's sad to see when you have deranged fans out here that believe there's A side, B side, C side, D side talk is healthy. It ain't healthy. You got people out here crying that they can't even talk to Anthony Joshua. You got people that their whole life is vested around talking about Anthony Joshua, and they can't even get an interview. They can't even get a small fucking interview. And then you know, you got people like Sporting Dick and Booty Icons. He says stuff like, oh, you know, what did he say? He said like, you know, I don't understand it because Anthony Joshua, he's the man over there. You know, he makes the rules and this and the third. He's the man in charge, and he won't come. Anthony Joshua is not the fucking man in charge. Edward Hearn is. Edward Hearn is the guy that's going to sit there and tell Anthony Joshua when to do and where to do it. He's the guy. Not fucking, you know. I was reading. I'm over here reading some of these comments real quick. Not, you know, it's just fucking stupid. You know, it's just fucking stupid that we got this one guy. He says Shirley White will kick the inactive Dominic with ease. Of course, we all know that. Why doesn't Wilder just take the harder work straight away? We all know AJ would have if he was in Wilder's position. First of all, that's another thing I wanted to talk about too. So Edward Hearn is already out there trying to make Deontay Wilder. I mean, trying to make Dillian White the mandatory for Deontay Wilder. And in the same breath, Edward Hearn is calling the Deontay Wilder versus the Dominic Breazeale a voluntary. It's not a voluntary. He's a mandatory, but Deontay Wilder is taking the fight before the WBC calls the fight. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. Now, the thing that is funny is that, you know, Dillian White could have fought Deontay Wilder, because I'm pretty sure if you would have been trying to fight, you know, Dominic Breazeale first quarter of 2018, they would have probably caught that right now. If Dillian White would have fought Breazeale in January, basically, they would have caught that fight. Well, that'd have been, yeah, that's first. I said calendar year. They would have caught that fight. But instead, what he did was he fought a whole bunch of fucking nobodies. That's what he did instead. Who did he fight? Lucas Brown? You mean to tell me that you could have, instead of fighting Dominic Breazeale, you fought Lucas Brown? And the crazy thing about it is everybody knew that you could beat Dominic Breazeale. But I think the only reason why you fought Lucas Brown was because of the money. You know what I'm saying? The money and the promises that Edward Hearn was throwing you. Why you didn't fight Pulev? You could have got another shot right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, for somebody to be so adamant about fighting Deontay Wilder, why are you not so adamant about fighting the guy that beat your ass? Huh? Why are you not adamant about fighting the guy that knocked you out cold? Why is that? That don't make no sense. All right, cool. I hear you, Lost. That don't make any sense. You mean to tell me you skipped everybody who you're supposed to fight and fought a whole bunch of nobodies? Let Pulev get the IBF mandatory. Let Dominic Breazeale get the WBC mandatory because you want to fight a whole bunch of fucking bums. Really? You want to do what Master Hearn told you? Really? But now you got this guy, you got Edward Hearn out there saying, yo, that's what we're going to try to push to. That's what we're going to try to petition to WBC after, you know, because Wilder versus Dominic is a voluntary, I'm going to try to push for the, to make Dillian White after he take care of such and such to fight him. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, who the fuck is you? No, you got to think about it though. You're going to have to fight somebody. The WBC is not going to say, okay, Dillian White, you're next. You're the mandatory. No, you have to fight somebody. And guess what? You're going to have to fight. Dillian White's going to have to fight King Kong Ortiz. right? I mean, when you guys out there think that, if you got a guy out here that's trolling, that's saying that, oh, okay, you know what? I think this is funny. You know what? One thing I think is funny, how Sporting the Dick and Booty Icons is live right now. He's live and he has time. He's live and he has time. You can sit up over there and talk shit about people in the LDBC and never once reach out and try to have a civil conversation. Never once. Hide behind your computer screen, tell a whole bunch of bullshit, but never once would you sit there and say, hey, look, man, what you're doing is spreading, misinformation, man. I think we need to talk. Never. Won't. Never won't. The only reason why he never won't, because that's just the way he rolls. That's how he rolls. He like to throw rocks and hide his hand, like some people would call it out here. That's what he does. And now all of a sudden, motherfuckers got Oakley in their mouth. You wasn't worried about him. You wasn't worried about him. You know what I'm saying? He's not worried about him. You know? Hey, Laws, did Wilder send out a contract? Did Wilder send out a contract to Edward Hearn? Because that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on Wilder to start sending out contracts, man. Even though we all know that these cats won't take it, but at least there could be something done. You know what I'm saying? You know, even Edward Hearn even said it. He said, Wilder ain't never sent us a contract. Like he was going to take it. Because he's going to be like, no, we the A side. We call the shots and blah, blah, woo, woo, woo. You know? But still, how come Wilder hasn't sent none of these guys a contract? I think that's what he should do. If Fury is sitting up over there on ESPN, probably going to most likely fight some bum next, you know, in the Walmart parking lot, you might as well send him a contract. I mean, but what do you want? I mean, I think Wilder should send Fury a contract for going to ESPN 60-40 with a rematch clause. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's what he should do. What he does is his fucking prerogative. I'm saying if I was Deontay Wilder, this is what I would do. Because, you know, you made stuff harder, right? Not only that is, I'm going to have to take a pay cut to come over there. So since I got to take a pay cut, I have to take from you. And then we do a two-way rematch clause, right? And then in the rematch, the loser, if Deontay Wilder loses, like what Deontay always like to do, is take that 40% in the rematch. You see what I'm saying? But if Tyson Fury loses, he got to take less in the rematch. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 30, not nothing too much, but enough that you could feel that, hey, you lost, dude. You know. And at the same, you know, it just, how come you can't do that? Laws the Pimpin said, just seen an interview with Tyson Fury saying after his tune-up fight, he wants Wilder fight and wants it on ESPN. He ain't got no choice what he wants. This dude, see, that's the shit. I be saying, Laws the Pimpin. That's the shit I be saying, Laws, is like, he has no choice on where the fight is going to be at, Tyson Fury. He signed with ESPN. He has no choice. Now, like I said, if I was Wilder, I'd send a motherfucking contract right now. Ain't nothing saying they can't get the ball rolling. Because obviously, Tyson Fury, you know, Tyson Fury's, you know, Frank Warren and ESPN. I mean, Bob Arum and ESPN is trying to make a multi-fight fucking deal. Like 3 or 4 or 5 fights. Get the fuck out of here. Wilder ain't got that much time left in the game. And you trying to lock him in his wonder years? In his prime? You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. Stop it. Stop it. It's a young man's game. Y'all trying to lock him in, and then by the time he's almost like halfway out the door or whatever, and some new young buck come up, that another fighter that y'all want to say Deontay Wilder been ducking, he got to go and fight him. By the time then, he's got gray hair and shit. Come on, man. Y'all tripping, bruh. Y'all motherfuckers tripping. Like, come on, stop it. Fucking stop it. I don't understand, like, why people can't be civil. Another thing, Laws, is like, you mean to tell me you hate Deontay Wilder? Yeah, the pimpin'. You hate Deontay Wilder because he offered your fighter $50 million. You hate Deontay Wilder because he didn't take Edward Hearn's contract because they were unfair. They weren't fair. You mean to tell me you hate this guy because you feel that he should take the fight because it's 3 to 4 times a long time ago, because it was 3 to 4 times more than what he ever made. You hate him because of that. But you don't hate Edward Hearn for making you pay 3 to 4 times the initial price for seats at a stadium. You don't hate Edward Hearn for not giving a fair shake to Deontay Wilder. You don't hate Edward Hearn for manipulating ticket prices, or you don't hate Edward Hearn from stopping you from seeing the fights that you're supposed to see. All the things why you hate Deontay Wilder, the stuff that Edward Hearn does is far more significant. It's far more significant. But you hate Wilder. You hate him. You hate him because of skinny legs. You hate him because y'all say he throws windmills. You hate him because he's not technically sound and he got so far. You see what I'm saying? You hate him because, I don't know, he's tall and skinny. You hate him for no fucking reason. You hate him because all this time he's been proving you wrong. You thought this dude was going to get knocked out a long time ago. Is that the reason why you hate him? Why do you hate Deontay Wilder so much, but can't fix your lips to say, I hate Edward Hearn? Why do you feel the need to hate somebody that never robbed you out of your money, that fed you in a 90,000 stadium, 90,000 seating arrangements to where you can't see the fight? You know what I'm saying? Wilder should have always 100 got 50-50 because he's the WBC champion. Yeah, Laws D the pimpin'. And not only that, he's a fucking champion. You can't make, nobody wants to see AJ fight anybody else but him. You know how crazy that sounds? You know how crazy you got to be to say that he don't deserve to get 50-50, or he don't deserve to ask for what he thinks he's worth because you feel a certain way, but you ain't never did a contract or make negotiations or haggle the price a day in your life. You ain't never done nothing. You know what I'm saying? But AJ, who is he going to fight? If he can't go fight Fury, because then he got to go on ESPN. You think Edward Hearn gonna want that? AJ gonna fight who? White again? Dillian White again? Do y'all really want to see that over Deontay Wilder? All motherfucking roads leads to Deontay Wilder. If you want to sit up over here and make Matchroom Boxing USA You want to bring DAZN up over here to the USA. You want to Fury want to come over here to USA and sign the ESPN. If you want to make money in America, if you want to be the first $1 billion dude, if you want to make your first $100 million, it all goes through Deontay Wilder. And that road ends on a fucking cliff. First of all, it's a stick up. Deontay Wilder's going to rob you. He's going to take all your fucking belongings, probably strip you butt naked, shoot you, and then throw your dead body off a fucking cliff into the ocean. And then some big ass megalodon shark is going to come up, look at you, and pass you by. So the fucking seagulls can pluck you off. Because that megalodon know you ain't worth a damn. You don't have no substance. You gonna make my tummy hurt. Lost D the Pimpin said, and his dad was the same in the 80s and 90s. Scumbag con man. Yeah. It don't make no sense. That to me, it don't make no sense. I don't care if you're a boxing fan that just came on the scene. See, look, I don't care if you got to start somewhere. I don't care if you're a boxing fan that just came on the scene. I don't care if you started watching boxing today. Before you open your mouth, know something. Read some stuff. Hold on, let me go get a beer. I'll be right back. You mean to tell me, as a human being, having a brain, having the capabilities to do rational thinking, or having the abilities to utilize critical thinking skills, that you cannot think for yourself? I don't care when you became a boxing fan. I really, really don't fucking care. The only thing I don't understand is, how can you believe that the $50 million was coming from Frank Warren? How can you believe that Shelly Finkel and Al Heyman, with all the shit that they have done over the years, can't how would you say, secure $50 million? How can you believe that? How can you believe that a fighter should take what another how can you believe that a fighter should take what another fighter's promoter wants to give them and make decisions for them, and they should just take it? You mean to tell me that in your house you allow people on the outside to tell you how to run your house, how to discipline your child, how to cook how to boil your fucking water for your tea? You mean to tell me people are telling you, you mean to tell me that Edward Hearn deserves the right to make all the decisions for Wilder as far as how much money he's going to fucking take? Deontay Wilder has no say on what he feels or his opinion that how much he is worth to offer. He should just take it. And then you get upset. And then you say, he's the one. And then check this out. At the last fucking minute, Edward Hearn is saying, oh, Tyson Fury is never going to come back and fight Wilder. He's never going to come back and fight Wilder. As it got closer and closer and closer, it finally set into fucking Edward Hearn that this fight is going to fucking happen. And I probably fucking told, whoa, my man is here. Adam motherfucking Novak, man. Here, Adam. You ain't even gotta send me your you ain't even gotta send me your email, baby. The link is right there, baby. The link right there, baby. Come on out, baby. Come on. Look, Adam said, Look, hey, Laws D. Look, Laws D. Look. Adam Novick said, I hope that's how I spell your names. I don't, because you know I'm not a disrespectful guy like that. You know, he said, no, it's not a fucking debate. It's a discussion. It's a discussion. It's not a fucking debate. First of all, you don't know how to debate. I don't know how to debate. It's a discussion. So Adam Novak said, if I was getting paid $2 million to boil tea, and Eddie said he would give me $14 million, I'd take it. See, that's you. Because you would take that $14 million, not read the contract, and Edward Hearn will have you taking dick, butt naked in the kitchen while you're boiling that tea. That's the problem. You think that he's gonna see, you gotta think about this. It's $14 million to fight on his platform. See what I'm saying? It's $14 million to fight on his platform. Not his platform, but his own platform. So in turn, what Deontay Wilder will be doing. Oh, you're not coming? Oh, you're not, man, come on, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Well, anyways, see, I never called you gay or anything. I was just giving you an analogy on what would happen if you take that $14 million. But you know, you can call me gay all you want to, but you know what happens if you keep it up with the insults. So check this out. Deontay Wilder fighting on the zone is going to boost the zone's the zone's profile in America. So that will tell you right there that Edward Hearn has a vested interest with the zone. It wasn't an insult. I wasn't saying you taking the dick, fool. I wasn't saying you're going to take it. I'm saying sign the contract. That's what would lead to that might be in the contract. So you can go over there and get mad and stuff all you want to, but like I said, you know. So let me get back to what I was saying. You sign that. Edward Hearn wants Deontay Wilder to go over there to the zone because Edward Hearn has a vested interest in the zone being, becoming successful in America, whether or not you believe it or not. In turn, Deontay Wilder fighting on the zone, it also helps Matchroom Boxing because Matchroom Boxing has a limited company in New York. It's called Matchroom Boxing USA. So in turn, and then not only that was Edward Hearn, it'll make Edward Hearn look good because Edward Hearn will be going around saying, like, look what I did. I made the fight. So you want Edward Hearn wants Deontay Wilder. So fight a voluntary fight. He doesn't call it a rematch clause. He calls it a 2-fight deal with Anthony Joshua off of the strength. He wants Deontay Wilder to come over there and help them out, basically. He wants Deontay Wilder to come over there and help them out. But what is that going? So how much is Deontay Wilder worth coming over to the zone, giving Matchroom Boxing USA limelight, and not only that, giving Edward Hearn limelight? How much is that worth? How much is Deontay Wilder coming over there worth? How much is that worth? You gave Triple G 33. You gave Canelo 365. How much is that really worth? You know what I'm saying? How much is it really worth? Laws D said, this is getting interesting now, Mike. Adam Novik, you said Eddie and Dick. Never mind, I read that. Adam Novik said something about, I ain't gonna work that. I ain't gonna read that. You already know I'm not saying you taking dick, fool. So go on and relax. Laws D said, Adam Novik, get your ass on the panel. Adam Novik, laugh a lot. I got 5 minutes to spare, kid. I'm listening and hopefully talking like adults. You could, I gave you the link, man. The link right there is Google Hangouts, man. Click on the link. Come on. Look, I put it in there again for you, baby boy. You always welcome to, Law. So don't even, you could have been asked. I should have just sent it to you. For now, I'm just gonna send it to you. Well, I do send it to you, but then you act like you didn't get the link. So, I always resend it anyway. So, Adam said when Wilder fought Ortiz, how much did Showtime make considering they paid Wilder $2 million? Does it matter? Does it matter? How much is Wilder worth going over there helping the zone, digging the zone out of their road? How much is it worth for Deontay Wilder to go over there and save Matchroom Boxing USA because their fighters ain't doing much? how much is it worth for Deontay Wilder to give Edward Hearn free publicity? How much is it worth? Does Deontay Wilder go up over there? How many other fighters going to come to the zone? How many other fighters going to want to come over there to Matchroom Boxing USA? Do you feel me? Adam Novak said, did they tell Wilder how much the whole pie was worth? I'm pretty sure they didn't, because they said 15, and I think he said like maybe around 25 to fight AJ, and then maybe in the rematch. But then the guy said that no, Wilder in the rematch won't get majority of the split in the rematch, even if he won. So it doesn't matter now, because it never does matter. How much Wilder makes right now doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? I'm going to tell you why it doesn't matter. See, if everybody knows that when Wilder fights a big name as of right now, he's going to make 25 million plus. Well, the fight is going to generate 25 million plus all the way around. What's up, Marv? What's happening, baby? The fight would generate 25 million plus. See what I'm saying? And so Fury signed with ESPN for some people would say 80, some people would say 100. So you mean to tell me in the rematch, everybody is saying that, hey man, that rematch league is going to do about 400 to 600 pay-per-view buys. And then Edward Hearn is even out there saying that, hey man, if Wilder fights Fury and beats Fury, it looks like the AJ versus Wilder fight would do 1 million pay-per-views. So come on, there's a way for fighters to maximize their profits, without ever signing to a promotional company. There is a way. It's been proven. The whole deal is as the promotional company and these networks and these news agencies, how much effort are they going to put into selling these fighters? That's what the main problem is. He said, Adam Novak said, how many pay-per-view did Wilder Fury sell for Showtime? Don't lie. Showtime said it needs to do 250 to break even. You know how Adam Novak, I'm not going to answer that question, because you know how much they sold. And if you don't know how much they sold, you know roughly about how many pay-per-view buys they sold. And then if you do the fucking math, you could do 75 times $250,000. So that breaking even point was probably like Showtime's way of saying, after they paid everybody, giving Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury their cut, they need to do at least 250 pay-per-view buys, right? Because 250 pay-per-view buys is $18 million. It's $18 million. No, I'm giving you facts. 250 pay-per-view buys is $18 million. So if Wilder was supposed to get, what was it, 4 or 7 mil, and then Fury was supposed to get whatever, anything after that, they got more, because under that 250, that covered everything. That covered the stadium. That covered all the fight cards. That covered everything. That was the breaking even point for everything. You can't, let me tell you this then, Adam Novak, if you don't think it's facts. Explain to me this, because you don't want you asking a lot of questions. So let me ask you a question before I ask your question. Let me ask you a question before you ask. What's up, J1 Pro? What's happening, baby? Let me ask you a question first. So ask you a question before I answer yours. If you saying that what I'm saying about that 250,000 pay-per-view buys is wrong, what I want you to do is properly articulate on how that is not factual. I don't want to hear because it came from Showtime. I want you to break it down like I broke it down. The 250. That 250 was for everything. It was break even point for everything. Because anything after that, Showtime was getting more money and the fighters was getting more money. No, that's what you just did. Adam, that's what you just did. That's what you just did. You told me to use facts. That's what you just did. Well, let me tell you something. That is what exactly you implied. You probably didn't mean to say it like that, but that's exactly what you meant, and you implied. Laws D. Pittman said Adam Novak, AJ is a pussy and duck Ortiz and Wilder. And he ducked Ortiz and Wilder. Right? It didn't flop. It didn't flop. I'm going to tell you why it didn't flop. Forbes already did articles. What's up, Marv? What's up, J1 Pro? I know I said what's up, man. I'm just making sure I remember because I ain't got that. My memory is kind of shot. Forbes and everybody around the world know that the fight didn't flop. And then not only that, Adam Novak, answer me this question too, because I'm asking you the next one since at least you answered the last one, which was basically like you answered it in a no contest. Okay, you said the way pay-per-view works is that the network takes 50% and the rest is divided. That's not always how it always works. We don't know what that contract was stated with them, with Showtime. Because for one, the PBC was involved, and PBC has a long-standing relationship with networks, i.e., PBC fighting on many networks in the United States. You know, ESPN, Fox, and all them, Showtime, you know, and all them, ITV in the UK, and all them. So you can't, that right there, when you said the way pay-per-view works, the network takes 50% and the rest is divided, that is an opinion. Adam Novak, that's a speculation. Adam Novak said, I'm sat smoking sour diesel trying to figure out facts. It's not easy. Well, no, you're not in the UK. Lost D. The Pippin said, Adam Novak, do you like Lennox Lewis? He don't like shit. Adam Novak said, that is the way it works. That's not the way it works all the time. You don't know. Did you read the contract? Did you read the contract? Yeah, J1 Pro. I said use facts. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then the dude making shit up. Did you read the contract, Adam? I'm not in. How'd I insult you? I just said use facts. You know, come on, bro. Hey, Laws, he don't. Oh, I probably didn't insult you. My bad, homie. I'm drinking over here. My bad. I didn't mean to insult you, Adam. I said we're gonna keep it simple. My bad, homie. See, I can admit when I'm wrong. Nah, man, that ain't insulting you. That ain't. Come on, bro. You can't be that damn sensitive. Hey, Adam Novak. No, Novak, right? Where you from, bro? Oh, Marv, you ain't lying. Why is it that the problematic people don't have photos? Marv, you ain't lying. So Glasgow, where's that at? Where's Glasgow at? Where's that at? So you're in Scotland smoking sour diesel, huh? Well, allegedly smoking sour diesel. I don't want to get you in trouble. I don't know what the. Yeah, I figured it was Scotland. I Googled it real quick. So you're from over there, right? So we had a discussion earlier about yeah, actually I have. I lived in Japan for 2 years, Adam Novak. So not only that, been to Mexico a few times, been to Jamaica a few times, been to all the little Caribbean islands a few times. So Marv said, hey guys, I'll send you a photo. So Adam Novak, so okay, you've been here in the States, right? So I'm pretty sure. What part? Well, I'm pretty sure if you're going back and forth from Scotland, back and forth here, you know the plane tickets ain't cheap, you know, and you say you do it regularly. I'm pretty sure you have a pretty good rapport, like where you're going is you ain't got to worry about getting beat up or shot or anything like that. It's a nice neighborhood, I'm assuming, because you wouldn't come back on a regular basis as if things was shitty, right? Oh, it's not. Damn. Law said that is not. But anyways, like let me ask you a question, Adam Novick. I'm not keeping them in check. I'm talking to you. You know, you don't have to talk back to them. I'm talking to you. You chose to be here. I can't control Marvin Laws. I can't control them. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, them are my subs. They hear the listen to what I gotta say. Just like the same way I'll be on their channels. Listen to what they gotta say. Now I can't go and start telling them what to do when they showing me love being here. I can't tell them to show you love when they here every day. I'm not gonna tell them what to do, because most of the time on here we don't have trolls. Well, you kind of acting like a troll. We don't have people like you on the channel. We talk about boxing. I get some words from everybody in here. I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and then once I get off, we go to the next boxing channel, and we up in there chopping it up again. So, see, look, Marv, like I'm watching you. I can't control them. They do what they do. Adam Novick, I don't have to be here either. Could let you try do a show on your own. I could do a show on my own all the time. Ask everybody on here. Ask everybody on here. Adam Novick said shouldn't expect respect from Americans though. Should I? See, Laws D ain't American. Ain't everybody American on here? You don't speak nothing but boxing. You speaking. You're not. I'm trying to be respectful to you, man, but you're not doing it in a good fashion. You know what I'm saying? You're from Scotland, right? I'm pretty sure you follow boxing. I'm pretty sure you go on these boxing news websites, because obviously you gave me a clip earlier. So I'm not trying to play you the fool. I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. But what I'm saying is that you get some of the things. Hey, J1 Pro, man, thank you for that, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. You know how to read. You know how to do reading and comprehension. But when you're reading things on the internet and stuff like that, you can't always go with what it says. Because like I said to you earlier, all right, use critical thinking skills would tell you this, right? Okay, ask this question. I got a question for you, Adam. What is the number one problem in Scotland? You know, stabbings, shootings, druggies. What is the number one problem? What is the number one problem over there in Glasgow? Oh, stabbings. Okay, stabbings. Okay, I don't know if you was here for this, because I talked about stabbings. So stabbings is the number one problem in Scotland, right? So I'm gonna call this neighborhood Stabbing Neighborhood. I'm gonna call it Stabbing Neighborhood. No, stabbing doesn't end with a J. It ends with an N, like Stabbin. Let me type it in here for you. It's called Stabbing. Stabbing Neighborhood. And I'm the notorious stabber. I'm the dude that when you hear about a stabbing, most likely my name comes up, right? And as of today, Monday, March 4th, 2019, somebody gets stabbed. Who do you think did it? Me, right? So, if Edward Hearn is known for overinflating ticket prices, if all of his shows is known for overinflation, even before Anthony Joshua, fans were already talking about tickets. The ticket prices to watch the show is 3 to 4 times more than what they're worth, what they was. And we couldn't buy them because they sold out in 90 seconds in one event. And that wasn't the Anthony Joshua event either. That was before Anthony Joshua. Right? Who do you think? And then Edward Hearn comes to the United States, 13,000 tickets. Poof. And then a whole slew of tickets before the fans could get to them because they're on pre-sale. Only some people could buy them, right? They're pre-sale, right? For them 2 hours, they were pre-sale. Majority of the tickets, or all of the tickets, because that's the speculation. I said majority because it was a lot. I can't go on there and count every one, but it was a lot. Ended up on the secondary market. I never said it'd be empty. I never said this stadium be empty. I said I always, you see, that's why you gotta listen to my videos. That's why you gotta listen to my videos, man. Because I never once said it will be empty. Edward Hearn has a vested interest in this fight at Madison Square Garden, the mecca of the mecca of boxing, selling out. And he's known for doing what? Buying up a whole lot of tickets. And then it happens in the US. And he breaks a record, and he's like, oh, yeah, this is in the third. Yeah, we broke a record in blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. And then he always crying out A-side. Then he's always crying out, Anthony Joshua has done this. Anthony Joshua has sold X amount of tickets. Blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. Even before that. And he has a vested interest in this fight being the biggest fight ever. Knowing down well, don't nobody in America know him like that. The majority group of people that know Anthony Joshua in America, you know who they are? Do you even know the majority of group of people in America that know who he is? Answer that question. Answer that question. So if you can sell $25 seats at $250, why wouldn't you? You know why wouldn't I? Because eventually it's gonna fuck up and blow back. On Ripley's on the Guinness World of whatever. You can't get in there by cheating. You can't get in there by buying your tickets. They have criteria for everything. Right? So if somebody, which I'm pretty sure they won't be able to, is I think StubHub is publicly traded. Madison Square Garden is publicly traded. Oh, you didn't know that, huh? You can buy stock in Madison Square Garden. A couple other things is publicly traded. So they're not going to give out the numbers, nor would they give out the information. See what I'm saying? So answer my question, Adam Novick. Adam, how do you think he buys all the tickets? How do you think someplace sells out in 90 seconds? How do you sell out in 90 seconds? Don't ask me where's my proof. I told you from the get-go. You can speculate. You mean to tell me in life you don't speculate that, hey, this guy is scalping tickets? And even if I'm wrong, it's a damn near good speculation, damn near guess, right? 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 Yeah, Marv. He said he was smoking some sour diesel. He said he was smoking sour diesel. Come on. Answer my question, though, Adam Novick. What group of people in America knows Anthony Joshua the most? The most. Who knows him the most? Out of who is Anthony Joshua's biggest fans in America? Answer that question. So your question is hardcore boxing fans. Adam Novick, is that correct? Is that correct, Adam? Is that correct, Adam? That's your answer? Hardcore boxing fans? Oh, you're trying to be smart. No, that's my answer. Nigerians. Every single freaking Nigerian and United States know who, for one, who Efe Ajagba is. For two, know who that fucking Cameroonian guy that just won in a UFC match. For three, know who Anthony Joshua is. They don't know his record with negotiations. They don't know his record over the years in the ring. They don't know his fighting style. They don't know this and that. But they are Anthony Joshua. They will be Anthony Joshua's biggest consumer in the United States. And you want to know another thing? You want to know another thing about him? How many boxing fans do you think there is in America? Do you think that everybody's a boxing fan? Boxing is damn near scarce these days. Why do you think Deontay Wilder's not making what he's supposed to be making? Because it's hard to make a fighter into a world-renowned person to where he can't walk the streets. I talked to a guy today. He boxes in Saginaw, Michigan. He's in the boxing gym a couple times a week. Don't even know who Earl Spence is. And I was shocked. Laws D Punch Out TV. Mike, I got to get up out of here, bro. Much respect to you, brother, and Marv and J1 Pro. Hey, Laws, man, thanks for coming up in there. Laws D the Pimpin'. Everybody go out there and subscribe to Laws D the Pimpin'. You know, he be out there. He be having good content, you know, just like me. And on a regular, usually you could catch me and him on live, either on his channel or my channel. Marv said Adam is probably not his name. Adam, the first white guy who ate the apple. God damn. Adam Novus said, do you think the MSG will be sold out? Yes or no? No, I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is sell out. And I don't care if it does sell out. I always said that in my videos. Because at the end of the day, selling out Madison Square Garden is not going to say that you are known everywhere in the United States. Because I could walk down the street and keep asking people like Edward Hearn did or like Tyson Fury did. Nobody knows who he is. That's why do you think they're doing all these interviews? I mean, not on YouTube, not the YouTubes. I was never mad about the ticket sales. Adam, you don't get it. You're not getting where I'm. That's what I'm saying. You gotta use critical thinking skills. You gotta use math. You gotta use math. 1 + 1 = 2. I'm combating people like you that don't know no better. That's why. People that want to get on YouTube without a picture, without no content on their YouTubes, channels out there that want to come up with weird YouTube subjects and run their mouth on YouTube on a regular basis and don't even know why they hate Deontay Wilder. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm not triggered, Adam, because you know anything about Americans, and stuff like that, and you know that I kind of sound black, we're strong people. And sometimes this is the way we talk. But it's not like I'm going to sit over here and beat your ass about it. I'm not over here acting like I want to put hands on you or something like that. You see what I'm saying? You don't get the lingo. You don't get the lingo. J1 Pro, Adam Novick, listen, and you will learn something if you choose. He don't choose to. He's stuck in his way. That's why he keeps over here calling me a kid. Or whatever what did he say, kid or something like that. Like I guess I'm supposed to be young or in his age group or something like that. But Marv said, do you think that the Madison Square Garden will be sold out or not? English version compared. Yeah. I wouldn't like I said, Marv, I'm not caring if it's sold out or not. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. The dude is on the zone. And at the end of the day, how much did that fight generate? Yeah, J-Dog. Yeah, J-Dog. AJ sucks. And the thing about it is, a lot of, like you said, Adam Novick, I am one of many out of the LDBC. We all might look alike in color. Some of us are Mexican. Some of us are white. Some of us are probably, Indian, because LDBC is all over the world. But there's one thing's for certain about the LDBC. We all do not think alike. We think alike in certain similarities. Like, i.e., who's ducking? Anthony Joshua or Wilder? We all got that down. But we all, this is the reason why you're a troll. This is the reason why you're a troll. And first of all, I want to state that I said earlier that probably he's a troll or you're acting like a troll. And the reason why I said that is because you are, check this out. The ability for somebody to come on a platform and try, knowing that I give out content, you're trying to reach me. You know, on some of these channels, people don't have time to be going back and forth with people. But I got time and I don't get tired. Quote Kevin Gates, even though I don't listen to him. But like I said, Adam Novick, you are adamant about the information that you have received either from YouTube personalities or off of, boxing news websites. And you're adamant about telling me what you know. And in doing so, distracting me and other people out there from what's really going on. You more worried about where the 50 million came from when it doesn't matter. Because AJ was never going to take that fight. You understand? They never was going to take that fight because they would have took that fight out of their hands. And then somebody else would have been in control of AJ, i.e. the reason why Deontay Wilder doesn't want to take the ESPN deal or nor does he want to take Edward Hearn's deal, because then he'll be in control of somebody else. No. You sent me a video about Shirley Finkel speaking, and then the first thing is said that Barry Hearn said the 50 million was real. And then as you go down, it didn't say anything about it. Ask anybody in this chat room, everybody in this chat room, was it 50 million coming from Frank Warren? And then you tried to say that Shirley Finkel and Al Heyman couldn't come up with 50 million. And don't say that's not what you said, because that's what you insinuated. He couldn't even win a purse bid and blah, 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 whoop, and why did you? Because the whole thing about a purse bid, which I explained to you, is that it's designed to make both fighters more money. It's designed to give both fighters more exposure. Because if both sides can't come up with a deal, they force you to have the fight. Then it's on the strength of a purse bid, so you get more money. Because people are willing to shell out more money to make the fight. Marv said, if this guy wants to talk about boxing, he will listen with humility. If a guy wants to dominate the chat, which is for hundreds of us from the LDBC or not, the fact that he wants to dominate. Yeah, he do. But Marv, guess what? Guess what? Adam Novick decided to come on here, Marv. He decided to come on here, Marv. He had an open invitation. Get on the Google Hangouts. And I sent him the link. And he didn't take it. But he's been on here for about 30 minutes, Marv. In J1 Pro. He's been on here. Yeah, that is facts. J1 Pro, that's facts. He's been on there for about 30, 40 minutes. Typing. Typing. Vigorously. But didn't click the link. Oh, man. Hey, Adam Novick. Yeah, Marv. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to do it. And that was cool. And you know what I'm saying? I gave him I told him to give me his email in my comment section because he was on one of my videos talking tough and stuff like that. Gave him the link. I said, hey, man, give me your email, man. I'm gonna go live later when I get off the slave ship, and we could talk. We could talk about it there. I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? You're saying you're not a troll, but you got troll antics. You know, tendency. Sorry. You got to think about this. What is my subject? Trolls are automated machinery. Because most of y'all, that's why y'all act. You act like automated machinery. You came on just at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Back where I'm from, you know we call you Adam Novick, and I'm not disrespect you in no way, shape, or form. But right now, you the nigga to fuck with. Because you acting like a troll. Because you acting like a troll. How do you come up over here? You tell what you saying? Oh, Madison Square Garden this. I never said it was going to be empty. I never said it'd sell out. I said I don't care if it sells out. Still don't mean nothing. Because the fight won't generate nothing. Because AJ will be fighting on his own. Because sometimes you want to go where nobody knows your name. The Zone. Shout out to Cheers for they nice little jingle. Intro, the theme song. And they always scalp tickets the same. Where you want to, what is going to ask me this? So, do you believe? I think he gone. But y'all out there, so like, if you can't generate, if your fight generates, if your fight grosses $7 million, and you're looking at Deontay Wilder, like, oh man, Deontay Wilder, I'm the A side, blah blah blah, woo woo woo, and the only thing you could bring up is what Edward Hearn chose to dig out of his pocket and give you before the fight. You see what I'm saying? You got Big Baby Miller out there saying that, oh, yeah, I got some from here and I got some from the Zone. So you're getting money from the Zone and Matchroom Boxing. You're going to get your money before people tally up what the fight is grossed. And then when the fight, and Big Baby Miller, what is he getting, $8 million? The fight won't even gross that. The fight won't even gross $7-8 million. It won't even gross that. Big Baby Miller getting $8 million. Allegedly. Allegedly on the streets, people saying that AJ getting what? 20-something, 32 million? Allegedly. Where That money is not coming from what the fight is going to generate. It's not coming from that. It's coming from Edward Hearn's and DAZN's pockets. All right, J1 Pro, man, make sure you get something healthy, man. Get something healthy. Yeah, Marv, if you don't get on, if you don't click the link, you pink. Yeah. You know, and that's why I call him automated machinery. You think this guy, all y'all say the same thing. You know, just like what they say back in the 80s and in the early 90s, New Jack. That's what they are. That's all they do. They can't say nothing different. The only thing they can say is AJ, he's the A side because he got 3 belts. Wilder should get X amount because he only got 1 belt. How much is the fight worth? How much is a AJ versus Deontay Wilder worth versus what an AJ and Vladimir Klitschko fight is worth? Versus a AJ versus Dillian White fight is worth? Versus a AJ versus Joseph Parker fight is worth? Versus a AJ versus Charles Martin fight is worth? Versus a AJ versus a Big Baby Miller fight is worth? How much is the fight worth? You want to be big in America. You want to be the biggest swing and dick in America. Right? But you need help. You need Deontay Wilder's help. Bob Arum, Edward Hearn wants Deontay Wilder to go on their platform, promote DAZN, promote USA, Matchroom USA, promote Edward Hearn, the Worm. That's what he wants. Then he throws out this money, even though he always says, I don't do negotiations out in the street. I don't give people money. I don't tell people how much they make, and I don't do this and I don't do that. Chose to do it now. Why? Because he wants a reaction. He's not being real about it. He's not being realistic about it. How realistic is that? You come on over here, I give you $15 million for your voluntary defense against anybody, but everything got to be on the zone and I got to control you. How realistic is that? The thing about it is, I'm going to tell you this. AJ doesn't have to be signed with Sky to make his money. He don't. Need Sky for what? You selling out 90,000 arena. You're doing 1-point-something million pay-per-view buys in the UK. What you need what you need Sky Sports for? You don't need them. You could have done a fight-by-fight basis with him, and then guess what? You could have fought anybody in the UK anywhere on any network and made exactly more, because Sky Sports ain't giving you money. Sky Sports ain't giving you money and not making no money. You see what I'm saying? This guy is gonna say that, you know, how it works is you know, Showtime gets 50% what the fight generates. What do you think Sky getting after they Joshua that bread? What do you think Sky is thinking? Like, these motherfuckers are stupid. You don't even need one. Why do you think Deontay Wilder wants to do his own thing? Because he knows that once he beats Fury, once he beats AJ, that's at least 60 million right there. If he fights Fury again, and then he goes and fights Anthony Joshua, if it was on Showtime, how much money you think he'd have right there? Marv said, "Hey, Michael, don't you do videos in your room now?" I like them. Yeah, I do them in my room, man, because it's the quietest spot. I got a whole recording studio set up in here. But the only thing bad about it is I got the spare bed behind me. You know, so it is what it is. Adam Novak is back, huh? Joshua got 100 million, 3-year deal, and at least 60% of the pay-per-view. Okay. He got at least he got 60% of the pay-per-view. But check this out. He didn't need to do that to make that money. He could have made more without the deal. That's the reason why I said that. Oh, thanks, Marv. I ain't gonna change nothing. Hey, Marv, thanks, man. I appreciate that too. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it that you appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You being a school teacher, I hope that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's what I keep trying to tell folks, man. You gotta love it. You know, like Malcolm X said, man, who taught you to, you know, hate your nose, your skin tone, your hair, and all that stuff, man. You know, if it was a different world, nappy head be a good thing. Hey, what's up, baby? Yeah, thanks, man. This guy, he's coming in and out. I know he's on I know he's on Sporting Icons. You know, Sporting Icons is live, Adam Novick, right? Right? You could have went over there and the reason why you're not over there on Sporting Icons live is because he don't answer your comments. He don't know who you are. You probably don't even have a wrench on this channel. You ain't nobody on his channel. And you're gonna say, why not? Fury got 5 million versus Wilder. Fury will get at least 12 million to fight whoever he fights, not probably next, probably Pulev. I hope he fights Pulev next. Even though Edward Hearn's saying that that's a dumb fight to take because that's a road onto Anthony Joshua. And that'd be a mandatory. So, purse bid, fight wherever you want to. Who knows? But like I said earlier in my comment section when you were commenting on one of my earlier videos, I told you, I don't give a shit what Wilder chooses to fucking do. I don't. I'm telling you my fucking opinion. And my opinion is that he's getting that right now. Right? He can get more later. Right? And not only that, I did not insult you. Stop it. And then what I'm basically saying is that nobody knows how much Wilder and Fury exactly made for that fight. Because they still had all the other shit for international, that 250 pay-per-view numbers, those numbers didn't account smart devices, didn't account for PlayStation, Xbox, didn't account for that. So nobody knows exactly how many people was watching it that paid for it. Are you following me? Adam Novick says so because Fury signed an $80 million with ESPN deal, allegedly $80 million with ESPN deal. He makes nearly triple what he did against the champion. He makes triple, but his fights don't generate shit. That's what I'm saying. His fights don't generate nothing. His fights ain't going to generate 80 million divided by how many fights he got with them. It's not going to generate that. All that money he's getting is not from what the fights generated. The purse won't be for what the fight generated. It'll come from what ESPN, what Frank Warren decides to give them. Nothing less, nothing more. I mean, on here you are. I said, when I said you're a nobody, nobody knows you over there. Sporting Icons don't know you. And the reason why you don't know you is because to him, you're not known. You're not somebody, you're not nobody famous. You're not somebody that's known for having an extensive knowledge on boxing. That ain't true. That's what you're not known. You're not known on this site. Do what I just told you to do earlier. Critical thinking skills, reading and writing comprehension. They generate triple pay for Fury. No, they're not. How much is that fight going to gross? How much is Tyson Fury versus most likely nobody against somebody that nobody knows in America? How much is that? How much money is that fight going to gross? From the ticket sales, concessions, all the shit on the back end, and the viewers. How much is that fight going to gross? Oh, it's going to be on the app. So you can't really count that, because how are you going to say that X amount of people clicked on here and watch X amount of time and all that stuff? So how does that work with an app? That an app has countless other things other than boxing. You don't when you buy ESPN and ESPN Plus, you don't get in there and you click on, oh, I'm watching this to watch boxing and I'm going to be watching nothing but Fury fights and blah 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 blah. No, they got everything on there, sports related, everything you want to watch. I'm not bothered who pays. I'm giving you, see, that's what I'm saying. Why are you bothered who pays? Because I'm trying to prove a point to your ass. That's why. And you're not getting it. Because you're going to come up in here and talk about $80 million that Fury is getting. Like that's supposed to be a slap in my face. It's not. Adam Novick, surely you want to see the big boys on big money. I don't fucking care about the money, man. I want to see some ass whoopings. I want to see the fights that I'm willing to pay for. I want to see the fights. Look, I played a clip from Sporting the Dick Booty Icons earlier. You know what he said? We're the ones that pay the tickets. We're the ones who pay for this and this and the third. The fans are the ones that pay the bills. We keep the lights on in their house. We pay their mortgages. We pay for their expensive cars. We pay for their filet mignons. We pay for their T-bone steaks, their porterhouse steaks. We pay for that. And in return, we're not getting the fights that we want to see because of greed. Adam Novick, ESPN is subscription. The money is already paid. Okay, then. So, exactly. Okay, you get that. Adam Novick says ESPN knows their budget depending on the subscription figures. Okay, you get that. If five people watched the next Fury fight, he would still make. Who cares? Who cares? Because my point is, the fight won't grow shit, baby. It won't grow shit, baby. The fight ain't gonna grow shit, baby. Ain't gonna grow shit. But he's supposed to. But you people like you. Well, I'm not gonna say people like you, but there are people out there that are fans of Anthony Joshua, that are fans of Edward Hearn, that are fans of people like Sporting the Dick and Booty Icons, that believe that Fury is the A side when it comes to Deontay Wilder, because somebody chose to give him $80 million allegedly, but his fights ain't gonna grow shit because ain't nobody gonna watch that shit. Marv said the DAZN, the DAZN, are doing bad numbers. Hearn loses the purse bid. You ain't lying. He ain't lying. Adam Novick, no, I don't think Fury cares because he got his money, baby. And the only thing that Fury cares about is what he can control. The only thing that Fury cares about is being able to control his like alternate dimension. He's going around here saying that he won a fight. It was a draw, whether or not he likes it or not. He's going around here talking about he got a moral victory. He's going around here talking about Showtime robbed him of his win over Deontay Wilder. Take your draw. Take that D. Take the D. Take it. Because Fury, to tell you the truth, if you really wanted to win that fight, you should have never let your back hit the mat twice. You should have never let it hit the mat twice. Adam Novick, do you honestly think Fury sits at home counting 80 million, hoping Americans know him? No, he got his money. What I'm trying to tell you is that he's doing things purposely, saying things purposely, so he could possibly make himself feel better, grab fans like you, and make you think and believe that he's the A side, that he won the fight, and all this other shit. He wants you to believe him. That's the reason why he says shit like that. He wants you to believe him. He wants you to believe in his alternate dimension. He don't want you to deal with what's reality. Reality is that it was a draw. Reality is he got knocked down twice. Reality is if he didn't get knocked down twice, he would have won. Since he decided to let his chin fucking get connected by a fucking right hand, and then a right hand, and then a fucking hook in the 12th round, he fucking got a draw. Take it like a man. Marv said, Michael, should we block this pathetic individual? Man, Marv, do what the fuck you want. Do what the fuck. I'm not mad at you. You want to block them? You want to block him? Block him. I wouldn't trip, Marv. I would not trip. Do what you need to do. I told you, I ain't tripping. Some of these cats come up on here, man. I don't trip. Adam Novick, Boxing Square. What's up? What's up, Boxing Square? See Adam Novick? You know who that is? Hey, what we gonna begin? Adam Novick. I don't like Fury's sore that Wilder Fury fight before I go. Well, you gotta explain that again. I don't like Fury score the Wilder Fury fight before I go. Oh, so you're saying you didn't like the score? Who? Look, like I said, if Tyson Fury would have been more worried about staying on his feet and doing what he needs to do to take the win, instead of acting like he's high on cocaine in the ring, celebrating, doing all these antics and stuff like that, his back would have never hit the mat twice. He would have won the fight. This is the same exact reason why I was pissed off with Anderson Silva for sitting over there showboating the ring and then getting hit twice and then getting knocked out. Because it should have never happened. But it happened because he decided to sit there and showboat in the ring. Tyson Fury didn't need to do that. The only thing that Tyson Fury needed to do in that ring was box and get up out of there. Because he knew that Deontay Wilder's hand, it is what it is, all that and everything. He knew that. He knew that. But he chose to do something else. He tried to do something else. And guess what happened? His back hit the mat twice. And it was a draw. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's a person who I had to look it up because I don't know. I didn't know this word. You're using big words on me, Marv. A person who derives sexual gratification from their own pain or humiliation. God damn. Yeah, good looking out for that word. Good looking out. Yeah, man, but I got to get going, man. My old lady just came, and then in the house. And then if I don't go, you know what happens. I'm gonna stay on for another 5. So what y'all want? Hey Marv, man, what you want me to talk about next, man? What you want me to hit on, Marv? Hey Marv, you can do whatever you need to do with him. It's like I told you, man. Like I'm not telling y'all what to do. If y'all think somebody is getting out of hand or is over, like trying to take over the show and trying to prove a point that he already knows my point of view, he already knows the answer to and stuff like that. Like he's trying to make me, what's that word? Convert to his point of view and stuff. Man, do what you got to do, man. Because at the end of the day, man, I'm here to, talk about boxing and talk about, other things, current events and stuff like that, So yeah, but you would take care of that. You would take care of that. So I watched the Watch a couple of boxing matches this weekend. I watched a couple of boxing matches this weekend, and I didn't get to watch the Lucas Brown one. I skipped that. I mean, well, I didn't skip it. I just didn't know how to watch it. But I thought the boxing card on Showtime was decent. So yeah, Louis King Kong Ortiz, huh? Yeah, he didn't look all that. It looked like he had a problem with that overhand. What was it? Overhand left or overhand right? With Christian Hammer, because it seemed like every time, you know, Louis King Kong Ortiz tried to throw a power shot, he was throwing that right behind it, trying to connect it. I saw King Kong get hit, you know, with too many jabs from it's too many jabs that Hammer landed on Ortiz, that I think that he didn't have to, you know, he saw it coming. He could have saw that coming. I saw it. I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna go and check it out. I'm going to check it out. I saw some of it, and it looked like Lucas Brown was moving a little bit better than against Dillian White. I think Lucas Brown, with his body type and his age, I think he can, you know, lose a bit weight to be, you know, a little lighter on his feet, and that'll probably also help his stamina issues. But I need to watch the whole thing. But I take your word for it, because you said he was robbed. And you said he was robbed. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out because you said he was robbed, but I didn't. Yeah, he was over there. Yeah, it was a hotel. It was in Scotland. It looked like it was in a ballroom of a hotel. It looked like they had people there. I'm pretty sure they enjoyed the fight and everything like that. But you know, Lucas Brown, he could be a better than what he is, man. He just don't have the stamina and like yeah, I should have remembered that it was in Trump Turnberry, because I said it during the live stream. I just totally forgot about it. He needs to be more mobile if he wants to you know, because like, what do you expect from Lucas Brown? Do you expect this guy to actually keep moving up and then eventually take another big name fight and get in the ring and actually do something? Or are we expecting this guy to keep weighing around the same amount with the same type of stamina issues? But I'll give you this. He looked at way better than what the Stavern did. He looked at way better than what Stavern did. And I don't know. Lucas Brown might be able to get him. If Lucas Brown can, like I said, like, he's too stiff. His jab don't come off as right. But at the same time, you know, I'm talking about Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce don't look too but Stavern was just dead. He was just dead. You know, but then Lucas Brown, what is he gonna do? Like, sit in there, move around a bit, try to use his hands as a guard if somebody throws a 1-2 punch, possibly have Joe Joyce slip one in, and then Joe Joyce take care of him from that way. I don't know. But Lucas Brown had more stamina than Stavern. Stavern was done come round 2. You know? Stavern was done come round 2. So I was thinking, like, hey, maybe Lucas Brown might give a better a fight than what Stavern did against Joe Joyce. But, you know, what do we expect from Lucas Brown? To keep fighting the same way? The same stamina and all this stuff? The same lazy kind of jab he got? And get in there with the no name and get taken care of again? Like, what if somebody set up a fight for him and Huey Fury or somebody like that? You know, with somebody that like to move around, that can actually move around a bit. Yeah, That's not Boxing Square said that's not saying. Marv said David Allen would give him a good run for his money. Yeah. He said that's not saying much. He said Boxing Square said Allen by KO body shot. Yeah. I mean, just I think he's in it. I don't think he's really too much in it for the money. Because I don't think he's making that much money, man. I just think he like fighting. I just think he just like fighting. He just can't let it go. I mean, even look at Klitschko. He was saying that he couldn't stay at the gym and he was thinking about coming back at one point. But, wishful thinking. I mean, that would have been nice to see him fight somebody again, whether or not it was AJ Wilder or Big Baby Miller or Louis King Kong Ortiz. At least he could have, it would have been nice to see him in the ring to see what, somebody else can do in the ring. And plus it'd be good to it'd be good for any person to get up in the ring and fight Klitschko just because of the way his style is, and that you're going to have to, he addicted. I think he addicted. He addicted. I mean, he calls himself Big Daddy, and I guess where he's from, I guess, that's kind of weird. I mean, I'm not calling another man that. Like, even if I was a commentator, I wouldn't even say it. I'd just be like, Lucas Brown, why do I like calling you daddy? I don't look right. Boxing Square, you be calling him Big Daddy? I know you don't. Actually, to tell you the truth, I don't think I ever heard you say it was just his name. Never heard you say his monarchy. Is that what you want to? Hey, Marv, that's what you call it, a monarchy? What do you call that? Marv, you know what I think he really wore them black socks for? I think he wore them for I think he wears it because I've been noticing, like, some of the fights he wear them long socks, and I think that he wears those because of circulation issues. And I've been noticing some of the boxers doing it too. I think that they're doing it to keep majority of the blood and the upper extremities. I think that's the reason why they're doing it. But I'm just speculating. Hide his tattoos. You know what? You never know. So some of these boxers are probably banned in other countries because of their tattoos. But then again, he's from Australia and he went to Scotland. I don't see what the big issue is. What's up, William? How you doing, man? How you doing? So what you guys think about the fights this weekend on Showtime? Was that to you guys liking? Like, was it good enough? The fight card? Huh? What you guys think? This is what we're gonna talk about. Laura. What you guys think about that Laura fight? Mara said heart pounding with special socks. Will said I'm always working, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with having a job, man. But make sure with having a job, man, you always have time for yourself. You always have time for yourself. So Laura, right? And I'm gonna call him Cast. I didn't get to watch it all. I didn't find out who won until I got to work. But Laura, man, I didn't think he was gonna do all that fighting off the rope stuff, man. Like, he was fighting off the ropes, letting the guy swing, letting Cass swing and stuff like that. But Cass, he was missing punches on the ropes. Now, when Laura was on the ropes, he was missing punches, but Laura was still receiving some shots that were non-needed. I used to watch MMA a lot, and stuff like that, but it just died off me, man. Like right around when right around when UFC started doing all that Reebok stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right around when they start doing the Reebok stuff. It was actually, to tell you the truth, Marv, I'm surprised you didn't see it, but I thought it was an interesting fight. I didn't think it was a snooze fest or anything. I thought it was an interesting fight. Like I don't like some people be like, oh, it was a boring fight, but sometimes you gotta take it for what it is. You know, you gotta think about though. Laura was putting his back on the ropes. Some people could say, I forget who it was when I was on World Breakers when I was explaining this, that he was trying to get him tired. That's my opinion. Laura was trying to get this dude tired. Or either that, he was taking breaks. But at the same time as Cass, he started losing steam. He started losing steam after a while. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but then again, every time when you see a draw, it doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, especially when you have both sides of the fence saying that this guy won and this guy won, and then you might have some people that you know. But I didn't think Laura was gonna do all that all that fighting off the rope stuff, man. I didn't think it was going. And then how many times I can't tell you how many times I saw him in the cornered in the corner of the ring. And I was just like, come on, man, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe like old boy said on World Breakers fighting channel, like he couldn't figure out how to get out of the way. He couldn't figure out how to circle the guy. He couldn't figure out how to not keep his body off the ropes. But it was over and over again, like every round, at least 2 or 3 times, back on the ropes. Man, and that's the thing though, man. I know there's a lot of fights in Germany, man. You know, and there's a lot of UFC fights. I mean, MMA fights over here too. But the thing about it is that, you know, it's just something that ain't been in. And then the whole John Jones thing, and then, you know, Anderson Silva breaking his leg, and then like a lot of people was like, yeah, he lost twice against him. I was like, I know a little bit about throwing leg kicks. And I know now, well, there's one thing that you don't want to hit on a leg kick as a planted fucking knee. You don't want to hit somebody. You don't want to throw a leg kick and somebody has their knee planted and bent, because the knee is strong. That kneecap is stronger than what people think when your body has full weight and stuff like that. You're not going to kick it back in when he has his knee bent. You're not going to kick it in. Something's going to break. Something's going to break or something's going to be hurt. Sorry. Will said, since Fury is now scared, who do you think Wilder should fight? I think Dominic Brazil. Yeah, he got to. He got to get him up. Well, he don't got to, but I'm kind of like, man, just get this dude out of the way. Get him out of the way. I don't see how anybody, especially after Dominic, if you just look at it, all the Dominic Brazil fights, I don't see how anybody can say that this guy can compete with any of the top 4 heavyweights or top 5, top 10 heavy. He can't compete. He up there for no reason. And I was kind of pissed off at the WBC for calling that. But at the same time is that, like, I want to quote him because I don't want to just say his name. I don't want to say, I just don't want, I think it was Mr. Boxing Today. I don't want to say it and not quote and not quote him. I'm gonna try to quote him real quick. I think it was Mr. Boxing Today. It was Mr. Boxing Today said it, and I agree with him. The WBC and some of these sanctioned bodies, they need to do more to get their ranking system up to par. There's a lot of young new fighters out there that can use that are coming up. Some of them that aren't quite ready, some of them that are ready, and stuff like that. But at some time of building a fighter, you're going to have to step up. A lot of people complain about Deontay Wilder and how many fights he took to get a belt, and then how many fights he took to fight somebody within the top 10 and stuff like that. Well, you got to fight him in the top 10 in WBC unless you get a reason from the WBC that you can't do it. But something has to be done. You know, there's too many people ranked in the top 10 of all these sanctioned bodies that ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. They fighting people that's not even in the top 15. I think to make it competitive, that these sanctioned bodies should be like, if you're in the top 10, well, they already got something. WBC says if you're in the top 10, in order for you to stay in the top 10, no, I don't know if it's the top 10 or the mandatory. One of them two rules. Don't quote me on this. That you have to fight somebody within the top 10 once every X amount of months. I think it's like a year or 15 months or something like that. But they need to up that. They need to say, hey, look, you need to fight somebody within the top 10 every calendar year. Every calendar year. Because some of these guys only fight once a year. Some of these guys fight 2-3 times a year. Some of these guys fight 4. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be every calendar year, you got to fight one person around you. Instead of going over here, like look who Pulev is fighting. What is he, the IBF mandatory? And he's fighting what's his name? Dino and Dinu, whatever his name is. I'm gonna get to the comments, man. I ain't ignoring y'all. He's fighting him, and he ain't even ranked in nowhere. He ain't ranked nowhere. You're the mandatory. And then guess what? This makes it more interesting. Pulev is fighting in California and Costa Mesa on ESPN, where he will be exposed to he will be exposed to the whole American boxing. What do you want to call it? People or whatever. He's going to be exposed to everybody. You know what I'm saying? People might not remember his name or remember the fight, but people are going to remember what happens in that fight. If he's worth a damn. You know, let's read some of these comments. Will said, okay, I read that. Yeah, gotta get Brazil out the way. Mark said, I was between the fights and the live stream and the chats. Yeah. Like even right now, I'm on World Breakers channel right now. I just got it muted. You know what I'm saying? You got to, like, I'm all about showing everybody love. Even though Boxing Square don't really go live. Like I ain't, I know he go live, but if you go live, I'm always missing it. I'm always, damn, he was live. He was live, I guess. Anyways, let's see what we got here. Read some of these more chats. Read some of these chats again. Will said, John Jones makes me sick. All that talent, and he cheats every time he fights. DC. I don't think he cheats. I don't think he cheats, man. That shit he was taking, it ain't worth it. And like everybody know that you have to take what he was taking with something else. See, steroids really don't make you bigger. So steroids, most of the time, it stops this thing you got in your body that stops muscle loss, right? And then what you do is you take what he was taking within the stack. So basically, like you're taking like 2 to 3 other things to gain muscle. See what I'm saying? To gain the stamina and all that stuff. But what do I know? Yeah, but Brazil deserves a shot because he's the mandatory. That's about it. But other than that, he don't deserve nothing. Marv said, I'm going to make something to eat. It's 124 in Spain. Peace, brother. All right, man. Will said, Brazil has been waiting and patiently. Yeah, he's been waiting. PK Boxing and MMA. Michael, salute. Hey, man, thanks for joining, man. What else we got? We got Will said he keeps testing positive. Yeah, he gonna keep testing positive for a minute. Because some of that stuff, I know if it hides in your red blood cells when you stop taking it, So what happens is when your body, some of the stuff like meldonium, I know meldonium hides in your red blood cells. So when you're taking it, you might not piss it out because your blood cells going to try to absorb it all. But then when you stop taking it, your body is going to be like, hey, damn, we ain't got no more supply. So it releases it. And then it starts to piss out. And then it gets back absorbed as it needs it. What about Dillian White? All right, I'm going to get on this one. Then I got to go too. So Dillian White, right? Dillian White. So the whole thing. So right now, as we speak, Edward Hearn is out here he's going to petition after to make Dillian White the mandatory without fighting anyone for that position, because he feels that Dominic Breazeale as a voluntary. That's what he said. Now you can't do that because the WBC has already ruled him the mandatory, Dominic Breazeale. So to take him off the list and then just slide Dillian White in because you feel that he's the voluntary, then you feel that your fighter was cheated out of it, but your fighter refused to do what the WBC wanted him to do. So that's what you end up with. You end up with not getting what you want. And on that note, I'm out, guys. Thanks for showing up, Will, Marv, J1 Pro, PK Boxing, and MMA. Thanks for stopping by Boxing Square for boxing news and views around the world. Marv, thanks for showing up. Marquez Johnson, thanks for showing up. The Troll, Adam Novik, thanks for showing up. Laos D, thanks for showing up. You know what I'm saying? Syndicate, thanks for showing up. J1 Pro, thanks for showing up. And on that note, shout outs to the LDBC, and everybody stay sucker free.